That's a pretty cover, and I do like leather jackets. Hello everyone, my name is Joanna and welcome back to my booktube channel. If you didn't know, which you probably didn't, couple of weeks back, a week back, something like that, I went to the UK and to Madrid for a well-deserved holiday. And I have this one thing that I like to do. Every time that I travel, I buy books. Now the thing is, my usually like rule is, oh, you can buy like 1 book, 2 books if you're going to a new city, which I did. It was my first time in Madrid. I bought 1 book in Madrid. And then I moved to Brighton. I've been to Brighton before, like 2 years ago, something like that, the first time I was in the UK. And so still, I didn't need to buy books. Didn't need to. But the thing is, I discovered secondhand bookstores. Now, where I live, we don't have any, maybe very few secondhand bookstores. So I either have to pay full price for books, or I have to order them online from like Book Depository or something. And as much as I love ordering online, you always lose that experience of like browsing bookshelves, like looking at spines, being really happy when you find the book you're looking for. And I need that. A girl needs that in her life. So when I discovered that there were quite a few of secondhand bookstores in Brighton, I said, you know what, it's time. Now the tricky thing about this is I only traveled with hand luggage. And I have like 17, maybe 18 books here. How did I manage to fit them in my hand luggage? I don't know. But anyway, let's talk about the books I bought while I was away on holiday. I think I'm calling this like secondhand bookstore haul or something like that. So just to be annoying, let's start with the books I bought full price. So I was telling you like 5 seconds ago that I bought 1 book in Madrid, and that book was City of Brass. Here it is. It's this. I bought the paperback. This is the UK edition probably, because that's mostly what we get in Southern Europe. If I sound like really tired, I'm still sick, so apologies. I don't know a lot about this book actually. I've been seeing it everywhere on BookTube and BookTwitter, and my friend has been forcing me to read it for a long time. Hi Kayla. So I thought, I saw it in the store and I was like, I'm picking this up. I know it has like criminals and thieves, and that's something that like fills my heart always. So City of Brass. We'll be hopefully picking this up soon because it's quite a thick boy. Next book I bought full price, I bought in Brighton, and was a graphic novel. It was Vingolove by Tim Franklin, Jen St. Onge and Joy San. From what I know, this book is about these 2 amazing ladies falling in love, then having to break up because of family like pressure too. This was during the 60s, I'm pretty sure. And then reuniting 50 years later, something like that, and falling in love again, hopefully. I hope, please. I need that, please. I said I'd read this for Blackathon, and I have 2 days left of February, so hopefully I'll get to that either today or tomorrow. Next book I bought was The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. This is a historical fiction set in the 60s, starts in 1969, about a bunch of kids who find a psychic who tells them when they're going to die. It's a big goal of mine for this year to read more historical fiction, so hopefully I will get to this. This was super high on my TBR. I've heard a lot of people talk amazingly about it, and it's also a book that follows these kids throughout their lives, I'm pretty sure, which I love. I love like, this is my full life books. As you can tell, I got Vingolove as well, so that's a big thing for me, and hopefully I'll pick this up and discover it's really cute. Now let me tell you a story. Story time! So while I was browsing Waterstones, looking for The Immortalists or any other historical fiction, it was like the thing I wanted to get while I was there, I saw this book. I'm gonna show it to you. I saw this book. This is The Leather Boys by Gillian Freeman. Now you're probably wondering, what the hell is this? Because I didn't know what the hell this was either. But I looked at the cover, have a close-up. It's really pretty, and it was just like sitting nicely on the shelf. And I looked at it from afar and I said, wow, that's a pretty cover, and I do like leather jackets. So I grabbed it. And then I went to read the back, as you do. So it's something, you know, it was like £10, which for a book this thin, read the back. As I read the back, I got big like 50s or 60s vibes. Kept reading, it mentioned gangs, and I was like, wow, who loves gangs? This girl. Love reading about gangs. Continue reading. It mentioned leather jackets, and I'm like, wow, it's Greece. This is Greece set in London with working class kids. But then, I continue reading, and I'm gonna read this to you because I was shook it. So this beautiful summary goes: when Reggie decides to leave his unfaithful wife and move in with Dick, the two soon discover their feelings for each other are much stronger than a mere friendship. This is gay Greece in London, with more gang activity. Bye. Just bye. So now let's get to the sweet deals that I got. First of all, my friend who I was in Brighton with, she took me to this amazing store called The Works. For all my British friends, you're lucky. For everyone else, suck it up. And the minute I walk through the door, I find a bunch of book series just in this little island. And I see, for the beautiful price of £10, the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. I've been meaning to read this for a long time. I don't know how I managed to read Harry Potter before I read this. I was a big mythology kid growing up. How did I not read this? Who knows? I don't. So yeah, it's another goal of mine to read this series before the year ends. So I'm happy I got it for like £10. So it's £2 each book. Yeah, £2 a book. Still in the store The Works, but in another one, I found another mythology book actually. That's interesting. I just noticed that. Another mythology book. And it's World Mythology in Bite-Sized Chunks by Mark Daniels. I remember some time ago, a lot of people were receiving this in a subscription box. I'm not sure if it was Valgrade or Fairy Loot. One of those. A lot of people were receiving this. I thought, oh, that sounds really nice. I know a lot about Greek mythology. Know nothing about anywhere else mythology. Want to learn. So I thought I picked this up for £2.50. Here it is. It's mine now. For £2.50. So now let's get to the other random books that I bought in secondhand bookstores in the UK. I went to Books for Amnesty. It's like this really cute pink bookstore. And we went to this other Jew. I guess I'll link them down below because I don't remember the names off the top of my head. So the next book I want to tell you about is Night Film by Marisa Peschel. This book was really making the rounds when I first joined BookTube. Everyone was talking about it. It looks pretty cool, like it has a bunch of mixed media. I think there's an app you can use while you read it, which is so cool. It's a murder mystery, I think, like a murder investigation kind of thing. Has a bunch of pictures. And yeah, I thought about picking it up when I first joined BookTube and the hype was like going off, but I never thought about it ever again after that until I saw it for like £2.50 as well, I think. So we'll be reading this soonish, hopefully. I'm leaving the best book till the end, by the way, so stay tuned. But the next one I have to show you is The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out of the Window and Disappeared by Jonas Jonasson. This has a very descriptive title. It's about a man who I think lives in a care home, who, you know, when he turns 100 years old, he jumps out of the window and leaves and gets into some shenanigans. I remember seeing this spine around a lot, and I think Natasha talks about it quite a bit. I'm not sure if I'm making that up. But yeah, I saw it in, I think I saw this one in Books for Amnesty. This is £2.50 as well. And my friend who I was with told me it was a really funny book. And I really liked the spine, really liked the cover, picked it up. because it was £2.50. Next two books I have are the Knots in Crosses series by Mallory Blackman. I have the first book, Knots in Crosses, and the second book, Knife Edge. This is another series that my friend has been telling me to read for the longest time. I don't remember how much I paid for them. I found them in different bookstores and they're similar editions. This Knots and Crosses says it's a special edition, including an eye for an eye, which I don't know what that means, but they're quite similar. If you don't know, this is a dystopian series about these two different groups, the Knots and the Crosses, who are divided by race, and one of the groups is the top group, the other one just gets shit. I hear they're amazing and the Goodreads ratings are top notch, so we'll be picking this up really soon. I don't remember how much this was. It was around £2 something as well. Next book I have, which I was very excited to find, almost as excited as I was to find the book that's coming after this one. And this book is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I somehow still don't know what this book is about, but it's everywhere. Everyone loves it. I think it's gay. I think it's like gay sci-fi, which love that. Will read it. I hear it's really slow, so I'll probably wait till I'm in like the perfect mood to read this. But yeah, I don't know what this is about. Please don't tell me. Wait, no, you don't sell this to me. Tell me why I should read this, because it looks like a book that I'll take a long time to get to, even though I really want to read it. Like it's one of those. So yeah, please force me to read this. I don't remember how much this was either. It was like £3, £2 something. It was cheap and it's in perfect condition. That's what matters. The next book is the last book, but also when I tell you I saw this and I almost died, I almost died. This book was sitting not even face out, it was sitting with the spine towards me, and I saw the spine and I said, no way, it must only be the dust jacket. And then I picked it up and I said, no way, it must be like £10, even if it's in a charity shop. And then I opened it and it was £2.50. If you follow me on Twitter, you know which book it is, because I talked about it as soon as I bought it, obviously. And that book is Ladies and Gentlemen, Circe by Madeline Miller, the hardback. I have been wanting to pick this up for millennia. The last time I was in UK, I almost bought it. I was this close. But the hardback is really expensive. It's like £17. It's £16.99. I bought it for £2.50. The only bad thing with it has like a little rip in the dust jacket. However, I can if I kept mad at that little rip, it's beautiful naked as well. So guys, I was so happy. I cannot explain to you how happy I was. This matches my iconic, look at the match. Look at this. Ah, brilliant. So I've been wanting to pick this up for a long time, as I was saying. But it's really expensive even online, even the paperback. So I was waiting for the US paperback to drop because it's actually quite pretty. And I think it comes out during the summer, like June-ish. So I was waiting for that. But when I saw this, could not pass it up. You know what this is about. It's Madeline Miller. I love the Song of Achilles. Oh, I'm so excited to read this. Oh. But that's all for my Madrid/UK/secondhand bookstore/not really book haul. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to check the description for my social media links and for some other information related to this video. Comment down below. What should you comment down below? Comment down below what was the best bargain you ever found. A book, clothes, whatever you want. Best bargain down below in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe and all of that. And I'll see you next time. Bye. People have been recommending this for me for like 45 years and a half. I won't be buying books for like 45 years. Minimum.